Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another music unboxing today. Today we're unboxing another box set that's arrived. I have opened the package because I wasn't sure, is this something, because I'm expecting a couple of orders and I thought I wonder which one this is. And this is the new T-Rex release from the same company that brought us the Skids box set and bought us the Crow Live box set and Ian Jury box set. So and they've released a box set of T-Rex, Marc Bolan. So before we waste time, let's have a deep down look at this new box set. So here we are guys, here is the new box set released by, is it Edicil? Let's have a look at the name of the company. Yeah, Edicil or Edicil. This is a release from them of T-Rex, the studio albums from 1970 to 1975. And the hype sticker says, the complete collected official studio releases by Marc Bolan's era defining band. It is not complete, okay. And it tells you what albums are in here, plus a few standalone singles, and there's some artwork and lyrics. Yes, it isn't complete, although it says it is. It doesn't contain the Tyrannosaurus Rex albums, and there is a couple of Marc Bolan releases that are not in here. There's some live material that's not in here. It just contains the studio albums, a little bit like the Ian Jury box set. They put it down as saying complete. It's not complete, but here we go. We'll have a little look, but it does have a few bonus tracks on it, a few bonus sort of singles that weren't on the albums, like Ride a White Swan and things like that. So obviously we're going to try and save the hype stinger on the front. The box set is brand new, although it has taken a bash somewhere, which is a little bit annoying. I will contact the sellers because it is a brand new item. I'll do that after I've done the video. So we've managed to save the sticker. We will pop that on front. I do like to save all of these things. There we are. So the studio albums are T-Rex. It tells you what the albums are and the songs are on the back. It is in a hardback box. Now these company, when they first started releasing the box sets, they did the Crow Live and they did the Skids, and they came in like a really flimsy like slip case, and every time you picked it up all your CDs and the insides fell out. And I think they've learned from that, and they released the Ian Jury one in a set like this, and now they've done T-Rex in exactly the same way. So take out the content, as you can see. It's cool, nice hard box, but like I said, it has got a bit of damage there. It's not deal breaking, just when you're paying good money, you don't want it to be ripped. It should look like that. But there we go. So we start off there. It looks like we've got the slider there, cover. So this is again like the Ian Jury one, where it's done in envelopes. So that's the right way around. And there's the book. They were in the wrong way, but here we go. So they are in like these sort of envelopes. Let me just make sure that you guys are on screen. Yes, you are. I'm paranoid about that. So we take it over here and we'll open it. So as you can see, it does the album covers, but absolutely nothing on here. Now that's a waste, right? Now there's two things they could have done with the back here. One, list the album tracks and information about the stuff here, or as they've done the original album covers, do the reverse here. Crazy, right? What a waste of space. So all the CDs look the same. They're all generic, like CD1, CD2, with the studio albums of T-Rex written on the top. So they all look the same. So this first set contains the album, the debut album of T-Rex, because before they were T-Rex, they were called Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that was their sort of like so that they've got all their albums out. Let's flip it over, it'd be easier, wouldn't it? So T-Rex, Electric Warrior, Slider, and Tank. And I think the second bit will be Marc Bolan's, because these are all T-Rex, and these are Marc Bolan albums, I believe. So once again, nothing in there. So again, this one we have T-Rex's Dandy in the Underworld. Then we get to Futuristic Dragon and Marc Bolan's Zip Gun, and then the album Lion Alley and the Hidden, was it Hidden Winners of Fondness, I believe it's called. We'll get to that in a minute. So you've got all the original album covers, which is nice. I do like that, but it's just they did. It's just wasted the space though, right? So you got all the album covers there, which is quite nice. But again, they're getting there. That's all I can say about this company. I mean, like I said, the Quo Live and the skids, the packaging was awful. The Ian Jury one was really good, except I didn't like the kind of pop art style. It should have had the album covers, which it kind of did on the inside. So at least that was pretty cool. But then they've kind of taken a back step with this. And I'm thinking, oh wow, why have you done that? But there you go. And all the discs, I do like that the discs are all kind of uniformed, which is pretty cool. I don't know the significance of the red, but there we are. So they are the two wallets with the albums in there. There's 8 albums in this set. We'll pop them aside while we look at the booklet. So, is there any information about T-Rex in here, or is it all? No, I don't think it's going to be any information. So all you've got in here is just, I think, the lyrics. So the first disc is the first album, T-Rex, which has the tracks The Children of Ram, Jewel, The Visit, Child, The Time of Love Is Now, Diamond Meadows, Root of a Star, Beltane Walk, Is This Love, 1 Inch Rock, Summer Deep, Seagull Woman, Sun Eye, The Wizard, The Child of the Ram reprise, and the extra track on here is Ride a White Swan. So only 1 extra track, so nothing gone crazy on there. There's a few other tracks they could have put on there. I do like 1 Inch Rock though, I think it's a great song. So the second album is Electric Warrior, which has Mambo's Son, Cosmic Dancer, Jeepster, Monolith, Lean Woman Blues, Get It On, Planet Queen, Girl, The Motivator, Life is a Gas, Rip-Off, and the extra track of the single Hot Love. And then we're going to probably come to Slider. So Slider, we have Metal Guru, Mystic Lady, Rock On, The Slider, Baby Boomerang, Spaceball Ricochet, Buick McCann, Telegram Sam, Rabbit Fighter, Baby Strange, Ballroom of Mars, and Chariot Jungle and Main Man. There is no bonus tracks on this one. We've only had 2 bonus tracks so far. Then we come to Tanks, which has Tenement Lady, Rapids, Mr. Broken Hearted Blues, Shock Rock, Country Honey, Electric Slim and Factory Hem, Mad Donna, Born to Boogie, Life is Strange, the Street and the Babe Shadow, Highway Knees, Left Hard Luke and the Beggar Boys, Children of a Revolution, which is a bonus track, which they could have put on Slider, to be honest. Solid Gone Easy Action, which is a bonus track, and 20th Century Boy, which is an extra track. So you got the 3 hit singles that was between Slider and Tanks. So they could have put at least one of them on there, I think. But there we go. So then we've got the lyrics for that one. And then we come to the Zinc Alloy and the Hidden Riders of Tomorrow, or a Cream Case of August. We have Venus Loon, Sound Pit, Explosive Mouth, Galaxy, Change, Nameless Wilderness, Teenage Dream, Liquid Gang, Carsmill Smith and the Old One, You've Got to Jive to Stay Alive, Interstellar Soul, Painless Persuasion, The Avenger, the Leopards, and the extra tracks of The Groover and Truck On. Then with some Marc Bolan Zip Gun, which has Light of Love, Solid Baby, Precious, Star, Token of Love, Space Boss, Think Zing, Till Dawn, Girl with the Thunderbolt Suit, I Really Love You Babe, Golden Belt, and the Zip Gun Boogie. No bonus tracks on there. I have all these albums as 2 CDs with loads of bonus tracks. So why they haven't put them in this, I don't know. Cheap, I suppose. Okay, Futuristic Dragon. We have on here Futuristic Dragon, Jupiter Lyre, Chrome Sitar, All Alone, New York City, My Little Baby, Calling All Destroyers, Theme of the Dragon, Sensation Boulevard, Ride My Wheels, Dream Lady, Dawn Storm, Casual Agent, and the bonus tracks of London Boys and Laser Love. And then finally but not least, we have Dandy in the Underworld, which has Dandy in the Underworld, Crimson Moon, Universe, I'm a Fool for You, Girl, I Love to Boogie, Visions of Domino, Jason Be Sad, Groovy Little Thing, The Soul of My Suit, Hang Ups, Paint and Love, Teen Riot Structure, and a bonus track of the single Celebrate Summer. And that's it. There's no information about the actual work that's gone into this. There is no sort of history or anything in the band. That is everything that you have in this box set. So it comes with like a flimsy like book with just a track listing, which is on the back of the set. And it comes with 2 wallets of 8 CDs, which I believe are all remastered. So that is the studio albums of T-Rex 1970 to 75. So once again, I don't want to come across negative, because it's great that they're actually putting some of this stuff out. But they're putting it out minimalistically. They're not putting any sort of love or stuff into it. Now there's a load of companies out there a bit like this. Cherry Red are a little bit like this. They tend to put stuff out in clamshells and just whack out like a set of like 8 to 9 or 10 albums and just put it out with like a little flimsy booklet. I know a lot of it's going to be down to sort of like money and finance, but would it have cost too much? I would have quite happily written forward for them on T-Rex if they wanted some information on it. Or some photographs. Did you notice something about this set? There was no photographs in here of the band, nothing, apart from the album covers. So it lacks in a lot of things, like the information about the band, so you can't sit down and enjoy a nice booklet reading about the band and what happened when they recorded the album, and any information about their hit singles in between the albums and what they did, and no photos of the band or anything. So you can't indulge into it. So you can't really, this doesn't give you a new experience. It just gives you the albums. But I mean, saying that, I mean, the Ian Jury one was the same, and I was really disappointed with the packaging, but the CDs sound incredible. The Ian Jury one, the mastering is fantastic, so I'm hoping this is going to be just as good, because it fails in the sort of the packaging outlet a way it is, but because they're not the most expensive sets, I don't think. I think, again, this is going to be around £50 to £55 to pick up. I can't remember what I paid for it now. I think I paid about £47 or £48 from Juno. I do like Juno, they're really cool, but I will be letting them know that it has arrived damaged. So I'm a little bit gutted about that. I don't really want to be sending it back. As you can see, it's got a big crease there and almost like a sort of tear along there. But, you know, it's probably not due. Well, I don't know if it's Juno's fault. They could have just maybe packed it like that, lobbed it. I don't know, but it looks like it's taken a bashing. So fingers crossed all the CDs will be good. But like, anyway, back to the set. Yeah, it does have a few unreleased singles on there. Well, not unreleased. On the previous box set that came out, which was like a silver box, which was more like a clamshell one, it it didn't have any of the sort of like missing singles and that. So the best way to buy these, if you can still buy them, I would say would be go and buy the double CD releases, the remasters. I do have a few of these. I have Electric Warrior, The Slider, Dandy in My Underworld, and Bolan Zip Gun and Zinc Alloy. I have all that, and Tanks. The only ones I don't have in that 2 CDs is the Futuristic Dragon and the first album. Actually, I might have the first album. I can't remember. But anyway, I have the 2 disc sets. If you can get those, because they have the full album in a really good remastered state, but they also have a whole disc of unreleased stuff, singles that are connected around it, like Rider White Swan, and its B-sides and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. And I thought, wow, cool, they're going to put them into one box. Really, really good. And I bought this because I had some eBay balance still sitting in my account. I thought, rather than it just sort of like wasting it on a little something, let's get a really nice T-Rex box set. And it is nice, but it's not really for the fans. So who's this aimed at? It's aimed at maybe new fans to the band, people that liked them in passing and maybe have like the best of. They've released, I don't know, about 24 best ofs over the years, great hits, best of, you know, all this sort of 20th century best of, you know, they've had so many best ofs out. So someone that's got that and would like to indulge more, this is the way to go, because this way you get the studio albums, except it's missing off the song. There's about 3 albums before this by Tyrannosaurus Rex, and there is some live albums, and there's Born to Boogie, the live album as well, which is like the soundtrack to the Born to Boogie film, which isn't in here either. But it's, you know, again, like I said with the Ian Jury one, it could be better, because these artists deserve better. Look, that's your sleeve. Why hasn't it got a picture of Marc Bolan on the front? You know, yeah, it's just a bit anticlimactic, not disappointing, just anticlimactic. It's a nice set, and I will cherish it in my collection to get these albums all in one place, and hopefully with a remastered sound, which would be really cool. But it just, again, it's lackluster. You know, it's probably the same. I was probably used quite a bit on these sort of sets. When you get other box sets that have put love into it, now even older box sets like this one here of my Velvet Underground I was listening to the other day, the bananas inside had a peel off banana, and that's what was underneath it. This has like the studio albums, and it has a demo disc, but a lot of love's gone into this set. Like it came with a wonderful booklet. You know, it comes with your banana, which and all these all the covers were quite unique, because they made them look like sort of demo tape cassette covers, but on the back you'd have the album covers with the track listings. I've just got it here because I was listening to it yesterday. I might bring this to the channel if you're interested in having a look at this set, because you can pick this set up quite cheap. It's been out a number of years now. I think it's come out about 1995, something like that. So it's been out a number of times. Put my banana back in. Don't want to lose that. Yeah, you've got to peel it off. The box set is called Peel Slowly and See. That's the actual name of the box set. It's 5 disc set. But yeah, really cool. But love's gone into it. This is released by Polydor, but love's gone into it. Let's stick out the T-Rex albums and get some money off them. That's kind of what this sort of screams, doesn't it? Oh, should we do a nice box with a nice picture of Marc Bolan? Nah, just put a star on the front. That's sort of glam, isn't it? What about inside? Should we put a nice booklet? Nah, just put the track listing and the lyrics. It's just like that, really. But it is what it is, and it's still nice to have because, you know, it's better than this than nothing at all. Thanks, guys. Please check out some other channels for me. Check out the Now Spinning magazine. Really fantastic. Massive shout out to my lad. Cheers, guys.